And we're on. We are live. We are go for some cocoa. I don't know. That was rubbish. But either way, getting on the old live stream hype. Ready for a little bit of a nostalgic throwback for some Call of Duty Black Ops 1. As it's one of the only Call of Duties I've really been playing as of late. Yeah, the options have not been too kind. But either way, we'll get that sorted. How you doing, Tanner Schmidt? Not much is up with me, my friend. How about you? How are you doing? How's your weekend been? Well, I'd hit the old Call of Duty up because I know I've been streaming a bit of Rainbow Six recently. Last 4 times I've been streamed. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I quite enjoy it. It's a nice change of pace, something different. So I thought maybe people would appreciate it. But I know that Call of Duty is always a crowd pleaser. And I fancied something a little bit different today, actually. I'm actually almost level 20, so I can almost play ranked in Rainbow Six. So if you guys do enjoy that, I'm happy to play it. Maybe I should do an actual video on it. Maybe I should play it sometime, get some gameplay, and just kind of like talk it over what's happening, and people might understand. Also, let me know if the game sound is good and like all that bits and bobs are fine. Might have to wait till we get into game to actually judge that. I'm using the Ava Media Portable, and I streamed with it when I first got it years and years ago, but I got some terrible audio lag, and like the audio would come majorly out of sync with the gameplay. So please do let me know if it's really bad, because yeah, I'm gonna have to obviously adjust that. Should we start with something smelly like a Ghost Famous? Yeah, so please do let me know if the audio is all good in syncage, in volume, because I will probably have to adjust that. Yeah, and I tried setting it up to stream when I had my setup in my flat, but for some reason I just got a red screen when I tried to put it into OBS. Maybe I was using the old OBS. Oh god. Been a while since I played COD, so you have to forgive some of the shakiness. You have to appreciate a Trout stream. Yes, you do, Ben, my friend. How are you? How are you? How has your weekend been? Laggy, lag. Try and read the comment. This is the only thing about COD is it's a lot harder to read the chat as often as the old Rainbow Six was, because it's so slow paced and so many breaks in it. Oh, he shot me before he came around the corner. Pretty good. Ironically enough, I was going through your Black Ops 2 live streams from last year. Really? Oh yeah, that whole business. That was some good fun. I always say to myself, every single year, I'm not coming back to Call of Duty. I refuse to play the old Call of Duties, because I'm so adamant the next one is going to be good enough that it will hold my attention for a year, but it never, ever does. He's got... Is he up top? Looks like he is.
Ready for deployment.
Thanks, teammate. Oh, and we've got an SR-71. We love a bit of that.
Enemy spy plane above.
I've got a spy plane. Ha 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 ha! I laugh at your spy plane. Unless you kill me, then I won't be laughing, obviously.
Friendly Cobra inbound.
What?
Our Volker is in the air.
I mean, I'd like it. An SR-71. What streaks do I even have on?
Friendly care package on the way. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Dodgy shots, FC.
SR-71
There we
ready
go.
for deployment. Our SR-71's in the air.
Sorry, boys. I will get to your beautiful comments next time I die or something.
UAV ready for deployment.
Should probably call the Huey in, shouldn't
On
I?
the way.
I can't because there's something in the air. Took his time killing that guy. What's going on? Is football coming home from Shendu GG? Oh, that is the frame rate bad. It looks really bad on the stream, but it doesn't. It seems to go in and out of 60. Maybe I need to fiddle around with the settings a little bit.
Victory is near. Keep fighting. Huey on the way.
Oh, and they've called in a old Huey, haven't they? It doesn't look 60 FPS, does it?
Our SR-71's
He's killed him.
in the air.
Absolute battering rams these boys are. Frame rate's a bit choppy. It does look a bit choppy. I don't know if that's the card or what. Hello, Miles. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you back in here. I always say it's not a live stream unless Miles Prower is in here. Volume and sync is fine. Thanks, Jack. Joseph Rosenden, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in here. How goes the new place from the ward? Yeah, it's good. Like, we're pretty much all set up. I've just been doing lots of gardening work, which is what's been keeping me away from doing YouTube stuff. So I do apologise for that. See, I put the default settings, but the FPS does not look quite where I want it to be. Maybe if I get in a private lobby and just test it out. Test out the frame rate. Mexico beat Germany. They did, mate. They did indeed, and it was quite I mean, I'm not really a gambler. Like, I've had about £40 in my Bet365 account for about 5 years or something ridiculous, and I just every now and then kind of like dip into it. Usually because I forget my login, and like usually when there's a big sport or betting occasion coming around, I'll sometimes dip onto it. It doesn't look terrible, the frame rate. I don't know if it's fine. It plays, obviously it's playing back fine on my monitor. It doesn't look great on the preview for OBS. It feels like it could probably be better. I don't want to mess around with the settings too much, mainly because it will mean I have to probably restart the stream. I could try and do the custom. What's that done? That's done something. Match output. Highest FPS. What's that done? What's that like? Is that better? It looks a little better. Maybe the game is... I don't know, that's very odd. It definitely looks better than it did a minute ago. It doesn't quite look like 60 FPS, but it's definitely looking better. Let's have a look. Score predictions for tomorrow. Maybe that's my... It's because I'm probably... Yeah, I'm watching in 480p, aren't I? That's probably why it's so bad. Oh yeah, that looks nice now. That's I'm just bummed. It's because my preview's at 1080, isn't it? No, that looks a lot better now. So let me know if you think it. I'm going to keep running around while I read the chat. Let me know if you think it still looks good. Score predictions for tomorrow. I could see it being a really boring, like 1-0. We get a goal and just having a lot of the ball, but don't really capitalise on it. I mean, I would absolutely take a 1-0. Like W's are all I'm giving it any care about, because I just want to win. We have to get out of the groups. If we don't, then it's just like I can't even express. I feel like there's so much negativity, and like we've always expected year on year. I think this year is the first time we probably don't expect that much, just because we know what we're like, and I think that might actually get us really hyped once we start doing well. Because like I'm looking around at half the teams, I haven't spotted one team that looks dangerous. If I'm being honest, we still haven't seen Brazil play. They play in about 40 minutes. But I haven't seen one team that makes me afraid. I think France are now my favourites to win. I was going to say Germany, but yeah, you never know what happens once the next rounds come along. Germany should surely get through out of the groups. Spain look alright. Portugal obviously very dangerous at times, but there's no teams that I can say for certain look extremely threatening. Right, what's everyone saying? Score predictions. Do you still play in a weekly football tourney? Ward, I play in a football league. I, at the moment, don't play purely because it's the end of the season. The season ended about a month ago. We just avoided relegation. Next year, we've already been told the teams in our league. And next year, we've got 7 teams in our league. So we've got to play everyone 3 times, apparently. So that's weird. That's just what happens when you get to this age. Like, teams drop out and fold and all sorts. Let's get back into the old the games. And the chat's gone and quietened down for some reason. So if you're out there, please say something to me. Let me know you're still alive and kicking. And if you haven't done, and you're coming across this stream for whatever reason for the first time, do make sure you subscribe to it. Hit the old subscription button, and it'll tell you when I'm going live again. Trying to get a bit more consistent with the old live streams again. I streamed 4 times last week. I was well impressed with that. Was it 4 times? It was definitely 3. No, it was 4 times. I streamed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 days in a row I streamed. I streamed earlier in the week. I think it was a Thursday. I streamed on a Thursday. Now I'm here again. So I'm trying to be a bit more consistent with this, like I was before I moved. And I'm trying to get that back in. I should get some... I should be able to at least get 1 stream in a week, hopefully. I'm going on holiday at the end of July, so until then, you'll see, hopefully get some consistent ones. If I've got free time, like an hour, I always want to make sure I've at least got an hour. If I haven't got an hour, I probably won't stream. But if I've got an hour, I can assure I've got an hour to stream. I'll try and get that in. Even if it's just to say hi. It's a way to get some content on the channel. That was a terrible grenade. And I thought maybe a bit of throwback COD. Because I'm not super into the new ones. Oh, God. Early opinions on Black Ops 4, Tanner. Tanner, I have to say I am not overly impressed. I'll be honest, it hasn't got me super hyped because it looks exactly the same as Black Ops 3. And it would just be like... It literally feels like a remaster. And do you know what? I kind of accepted that. I was like, they can't always have an amazing Call of Duty multiplayer year on year. That would be unrealistic of me to expect that. Someone's there. That would be unrealistic of me to expect an amazing multiplayer experience year on year, right? But what really annoyed me is it sounds like, I think Vonderhaar said he's put a lot of time and effort into the he's put a lot of time and effort into the Battle Royale mode, which makes me think that they've like prioritized that over the multiplayer, and they've just kind of rebooted a multiplayer that, you know, in Black Ops 3, it was pretty successful. It could have been better in ways, but there was nothing really wrong with it. And as a result, it sounds like that is why we've kind of got this lazy multiplayer experience. And I wouldn't even say there was a lot of things about it that were good enough to kind of like reboot. And I don't want to be rude and like unfair and a bit, you know, like what's the word? Spoilt. But for 3 years of work, it feels like they could have done a little bit more. It literally feels like they've just kind of got on the Battle Royale hype and put the multiplayer to the side. That UAV came at such a convenient time. I do miss playing with a controller, especially the 360 controller. What a godly controller it was. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I am excited for it, and I'm excited for the Battle Royale mode. I just feel like it's got this air of laziness about it. And like they've kind of just made one that's going to be sports ready. And good enough. And that's kind of annoying because you have to say over the last few years, Call of Duty's not exactly been in the good books of fans, especially from a multiplayer perspective. So to kind of get a bit lazy is not something I would be doing at a time like this. Oh, he followed me. Oh, he saw me. I thought he had more common sense than that. Any special plans for today? No, not really, mate. Me and Susie went to the garden centre, had a bit of breakfast this morning, and then we bought some bits for the garden. I bought some fence paint because I need to paint the fences. I bought some more stones for our pathways because it just need a little bit more to finish off. I also bought some edge trimmers, like for the grass, because obviously the lawn struggles getting the edges. That's taboon gas. Then I did a bit of the garden. Me and Susie watched the latest Love Island. Make sure we're up to date on that bad boy. Then we went to my dad's for roast dinner. That was godly. Bit of roast beef. And then, yeah, obviously being Father's Day, gave him his present. Bought him a nice Hollister shirt. And then I came home. Susie asked me to teach her how to play Fortnite. And if you've ever watched me play Fortnite, I'm not very good at it. So that was amusing. She wants to look cool to her kids. And that was that. Yesterday I played... Well, Friday I went to dinner for Susie's mum's birthday. To a restaurant near us, which was quite nice. Then I went... It was my football's presentation night. I didn't actually win an award. That's alright. Some worthy winners. Went out for a little night out. Saturday I went and played golf. And I used to play quite a lot of like pitch and putt golf when I was younger. Oh wow, okay. And I was okay at it because it was not super long length. But since I've... And I obviously don't play much now. I played like... Last time I played was at Christmas, and before that was a year before when my brother got married or whatever. So I hadn't really done much golfing. And like my putting's okay, my chipping and like short play is really good, I think. But my tee-offs and just my second shots on the fairway, horrible, because I'm always like topping the ball, mishitting it, like getting frustrated because I'm not hitting the ball, and I always think I've got to really hit this hard and smash it as far as I can because it's a long distance to go. And that was almost my problem, but you know, I've adjusted my stance and like my grip and, you know, my technique a bit. Still not anywhere near perfect, but I played so much better yesterday because I was just focusing on the swing and getting connection with the ball rather than hitting the power, because like I'm strong enough to hit a decent play. I still can't use woods. I cannot use a wood or a driver to save my life, so I just stick with the irons. But yeah, like it was just about contact. If I get decent contact, I can still hit it like good distance up the fairway. So that's all it was about. My second shot's still ropey, but my tees were so much better. I think I hit 1 or 2 duff tees in 18 holes. And it was me and my dad versus my brother and his mate in like obviously with handicaps. I played off a 36 handicap because I think everyone expected me to be a lot worse than I was. But yeah, we won. And that was good fun. Yeah, it was good fun. Then I went to see Ed Sheeran at Wembley, and that was actually sick. Like, I'm not a big concert goer. I don't really like going to concerts that much because I'm like, oh, I could just listen to it on Spotify. And it was like Anne-Marie was one of the opening acts, and I was like, she's a decent singer, isn't she? And then, like, listening to her live, I was a bit like, oh my god, she's really not a good singer at all. So many people are just actually not good singers live unless they've got auto-tune. It was really bad. And, like, her song's got a lot of high-pitched tones, and, like, she's got to hit high notes a lot. And she just couldn't hit them. She was not hitting them well, I felt like. So it kind of ruined the songs at times. It was a bit like, ugh, cringy. Can't listen to this. So that was that. And then Ed, so I was a bit skeptical, and then Ed came on. Like, I do appreciate Ed Sheeran. Like, I do love his music. He's got some oh, you tramp. He's got some good songs. A lot of my Spotify playlist is just Ed Sheeran because he does have great songs. But what I enjoyed is obviously he's quite a relatable guy. I think that, you know, for someone who's so famous, he's just a regular old guy, and he's well grounded. So it's quite easy to relate to him. He's got a few funny one-liners. But what I liked about the songs was it wasn't just something I heard off Spotify. It wasn't a carbon copy of this song, although obviously that's why you go. But for me, I want something a little bit different, especially if you're paying quite a bit of money to go. So it was like, obviously he's doing his own songs, but he would change like the tempo and the tone and the style of the song, which I thought was great because it means that I've got a song that I really like in a different style. So that for me, that was great. Like that made the whole thing a lot better. Oh god. Oh god. Could not hold my shot there. Would not shoot straight. So yeah, it was like nice to hear some classics in a different way, and just those little subtle changes made it sound like an entirely different song, and it was great. High energy as well. I thought it was great. Also he knew what he could and couldn't do. Like if there was a certain note or a certain part of the song that he probably need a studio to get it right, he didn't try and like do it and get it horribly wrong or fail or get it half right. He like stuck to what he knew he could get away with, and it made the song even better because you weren't like going, oh, this is horrible. So yeah, I just appreciated that. I'm getting pooed on now. That he didn't try and do something that he clearly was never going to do, which is what Anne-Marie did. She hit notes she was never she was never going to hit. Should we try a different gun? So that was good. Like, I enjoyed it. Saying about COD, do you think we're nearing the end of them dominating? I think if the Battle Royale fails epically, or by the time it comes out, Battle Royale no longer is as big and hyped up as it should be, then I think it's time for them to really, really address what they're doing and maybe look at bringing the game out every now and then, not every year, because, you know, having so many people make the game year on year is what's causing like the game to change so majorly. Obviously, we all love Treyarch's games, but what's happening is like other people come in, they put their own spin on it, and they get some things right, but they get some things horribly wrong.
Friendly spy plane inbound. Hostiles jamming our radar. Enemy bomb incoming.
Someone's probably up in that building behind me. There you go. We is losing. I think they need to get a really good COD out. The only thing that I think saving COD is probably the fact that this year's Treyarch, they'll put out a multiplayer that will be good enough. They'll have zombies, which people love. The Battle Royale is on the COD engine. I think everyone can say that they would love to see a Battle Royale on the COD engine because it's one of the best first-person engines out. Well, some of it is. But I think if you had a Treyarch game engine on a Battle Royale kind of mode, you should be on to a winner. Can people stop stunning me? I'm getting a little bit sick of that. I've never seen so many stun grenades. How old is this game? When do you ever see people use stun grenades? No. Everyone just knows where I am as well. Let's put on Ghost. I bet everyone's got UAVs.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
And you're still at that statue? Really? I live in Watford. Yes, I do. Yeah, I've been to Topgolf, man. Topgolf's good. Oh, God. That thing has got a ridiculous distance.
Enemy B-52 inbound.
Lovely. What is happening? I was doing fine in this game for a while, wasn't I? And just can't get going again. Just getting killed by people. What are you doing? What's happening up here? Is there a guy you haven't told me about? Yeah, I think COD should be fine this year. It will do well. As long as they put out a game that works. I think that's the big problem is... We started with a Call of Duty game that got so much right in its core. Ugh. I don't know what's happening there. In its core, that then they started obviously trying to push the game forward, bring in some innovative things. And it didn't quite work, or like they did, or each year they felt like they had to one up because it was selling more and more, and each studio was like, oh, we need to put more and more stuff in. And I think eventually they've got to a point where they put so much stuff in, they've forgotten about the core stuff, and maybe that's what they're trying to do, or they're just really putting all their eggs in the Battle Royale basket, so they're not as focused on the multiplayer and getting that right. And that's why it's so similar to the last one, because that was a game that pretty much worked. People just didn't like the jetpacks that much, which I can understand. As a Call of Duty fan and as a consumer of games and someone who can't afford to buy a new game all the time and like invest so much money in buying lots of games, it's annoying for me, because if I'm going to spend money on a game, I want to know that I'm going to get my time out of it. Like, I'm not really the kind of person to go out and buy a game that I know I'm going to play for a week or two and then never play again. I think the last time I did that was probably South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Yeah, I bought it on the Switch just because when we were going to Florida, I thought I need a game to play. And it was expensive. It was like 50 odd quid or something ridiculous for this game. And I thought, okay, well, that'll survive. That'll get me through a little bit of time. But I thought also, if I don't open it, and I managed to occupy myself during these flights. If there's lots of movies, then I'll be fine. But there wasn't actually, so I caved and opened it. So I decided I'll open it, I'll play it, and then I'll just trade it in and, you know, get the credit back, I guess. Even if I get 20 or 30 pounds, I suppose I've gotten 20 pounds worth of gameplay. I probably didn't get 20 pounds worth of gameplay out of it, but it was it's a decent game, The Fractured But Whole, but it's not like it's not a game I actually would have liked to have played. I would have much more preferred to watch a Let's Play of it. These grenades don't seem to run very far. How on earth? Okay, well, you've awakened the beast. I cannot aim.
We've taken the lead. Spy plane standing by.
What? How do I get stunned and he doesn't?
Deployment. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Careful, mate. What's happening? Where is everyone? That's a teammate. Is he up above us or is he in this corner? No, he's in the corner. Put that there.
Our spy planes in the air. They destroyed your equipment.
Did they? Did they destroy my equipment?
Enemy spy plane incoming.
Oh god! Why do people use that perk still? What's going on in the chat? Sorry, I bet. Any chance of doing private games, Luke? Not really, man. I'm just kind of like playing a game, looking at stream. I don't think I'd get enough people to do a private game kind of lobby thing. Anyway, but thank you for asking. If I get more people, maybe another day, I'd be happy to do some private lobbies or of sorts. What's else being said? I miss the good old days featuring Fear Crowds and Bread. Bread? Who's Bread? Do you feel this year was not a COD year in terms of playing? I think my big issue with COD this year is that the servers they used for the beta were not, that doesn't sound good, were not the same servers as what I got in the full release of the game, and that annoyed me because the game played so nicely in the beta and it was just not the same. Like, what on earth happened there? Is that some sort of like spawn protection? Never known a COD game to have spawn protection. Why are people doing this to me? I'm just trying to have a bit of fun.
Friendly care package on the way.
Alright. That was my big issue, because otherwise I would have played it, but it was just so frustrating, like how poor the game felt when you played it. It just wasn't the same.
Spy plane standing by. Friendly spy
It just,
plane inbound.
I don't know what it was. The connection, the engines, whatever it was, it didn't. It was just not the same game. There's some like spawn protection thing.
Extract all resistance.
Oh god. What you get for low sensitive. Really?
Friendly care package on the way. SR-71 ready for deployment. Our SR-71 is in the air.
Oh, he's down below, is he? Oh, he is there! What a tramp! Anyway.
Remember this victory. We have
This absolute
displayed our
lad with the
power.
stream. How you doing, Charlie, mate? Good to see you in here. And Astro as well, I forgot to say your name. The Hairy Sack. Also, thank you for joining me today. What's going on? Trout with his sniper rifle. Haven't seen this. I mean, like, I enjoyed sniping. Once upon a time, I was a proper QSG, quickscope god. You loved it on the old COD 4. Proper ACOG, man. How you doing, Ricky Trump? Good seeing here, buddy. Thanks for joining me. Guys, if you are new around here, make sure you drop a subscribe on the channel. I appreciate that. Be really damn appreciated. You want to throw a super chat donation thing out there? Feel free, please. It's always appreciated. I need to get into setting up this thing to have like follow things and stuff on YouTube and subscriber stuff, because I don't, when I have free time to do stuff, I sit down, I stream. I don't sit down to set up my stream. I probably should dedicate an hour or two to do that. Smelly game. How did you grow your channel? Because I'm trying to, and I understand it takes time. It's been around. I got lucky, if I'm being honest with you. I just enjoyed posting about a game that you got to find something that people want to watch. You got to post about stuff that people want to see. Be consistent. Make sure you put up quality content. You know, collaborate with people is always a good option.
No.
It's just, yeah, it does take time. You can't expect to explode overnight. You got to find something that people want to see and, like, just go for it. That's what people did. Some people have got where they are because they've just known people and collaborated well. You got to find your voice as well. You got to find what makes you stand out. Like, are you a gameplay? Like, are you really good with your gameplay? Are you a funny guy? Are you about your news and stuff like that? Are you being able to drop the latest
We've taken the lead.
information for people? You got to find your niche. Let me through this doorway.
Spy plane standing by. Friendly spy plane inbound.
To be honest, I'm only playing COD because I felt like a bit of a lazy FPS day. I do enjoy COD a lot. I try not to go back and play the old ones, but I always end up coming back. I'm like someone caught in an abusive relationship, and no matter how much I say I won't go back, and I've changed and I've moved on, I always come back.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
What? How did I get no shots in there? Righty ho then. I'm actually playing Black Ops 1 purely because oh god. I tried playing Black Ops 2. Like, when I posted that Black Ops 1 video, it was because I tried to play Black Ops 2 and it's full of hackers now. I've got to try and get across the map without getting shot. Sometimes it really annoys me trying to use a different gun and you do it and you get punished. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't have won that gunfight. He just had a stronger gun, apparently. Oh, look, someone knows how to drop shot. Should have invested in a scuff controller.
Spy plane standing by. Spy plane standing by. Friendly spy plane inbound. Enemy spy plane incoming.
So no need to swear, my friend. We're all good friends. Ow. Ow. Oh, it's devious with his scuff controller. Apparently he does have one. Not just a drop shot. It's a shame he can't shoot.
Bind on the way.
Is there a guy in the corner? No. I wouldn't mind playing a bit of COD 4, but I feel like I've done that to death. I feel like I should just play Modern Warfare if I'm going to do that. Modern Warfare Remastered, even.
Heads up, enemy RCXD spotted. Our spy
Do
plane
miss
in the
drop
air.
shotting. Such a godly thing to do. Prefer it over jumping. See, it works. I think he killed me before he drop shotted, but there you go. Oh wow. Oh god, why is the hitbox so broken on that thing? What a nade. Chris Trout, 91 Hail Mary.
Planes in the air. Spy plane standing by.
Did we kill the guy?
Spy plane inbound.
Seems like we did. Maybe if I scare him. See, I saw that guy. Got aim assist on the back one. I couldn't lower my thing. Ooh, wow.
Spy plane inbound.
Hit detection went out the window there. He did come back. How dare he? Is there a guy on me? He's in that building.
Friendly
Get
RCXD
pelted with
inbound.
nades as well. God, his hit detection just goes out the window.
We almost got this. Push harder.
I have got hardened on that. Why is that not shooting through that wood?
Spy plane ready for deployment.
That is odd.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
I do not want to get caught out. Get out of my way.
Enemy spy plane incoming. Spy plane ready for deployment.
Oh, this is sweaty.
Ready for deployment. Friendly spy plane inbound.
Sweaty games.
Mission accomplished.
What console do I see using most? I of the Xbox. See, I've got two PS4s and I've got two Xboxes, right? I had an Xbox originally. I wasn't going to buy a PS4. I got sent one PS4 and I was like, great. I bought a second Xbox for friends to play with when I was a big comp guy. And I still kept it. I bought a pre-owned one. It wasn't that expensive. And then I got another PS4 for doing some event for Activision. And they sent me another one. Anyway. One of them's used as a well, even the PS4 are basically used for as glorified like DVD entertainment systems. Sometimes play games on the big screen downstairs with people. I love the Xbox. Like, I think it's got better games, if I'm being honest with you. And I think what's making me use my PS4 more is because of COD. And that's purely the main reason, and that's because that's where the game is mainly played at the moment. That's where the exclusivity deal is. So that's probably why I tend to play on the PS4 more than the Xbox at the moment. I should get more games for the Xbox, to be honest, because I prefer the console, but
You're not watching the Brazil game.
how come I chose to stream on YouTube and then Twitch? Because YouTube, it makes a VOD for the channel. It's a lot harder, especially for PC gaming, to be able to stream and record and then upload the VOD later on. Also, because all my subscribers are here, so when I do go live, they'll know, and I don't have to like post a video saying, "Oh, I'm streaming, come watch me." Did enjoy the AK that game. Maybe we'll do it again. I did a couple of streams on Twitch, and I think and I did one on YouTube this last week, and I just felt like there were more viewers on YouTube. So I don't know, it just didn't. It doesn't make sense for me at the moment to do anything on Twitch. I'm not really going to gain anything. I'm not playing games that are super popular that would get me any exposure from just being on the platform of Twitch. I'm not particularly amazing at any game that people would go on it looking to find someone who's great at the game either. You know, that was separate. There's nothing I'm doing that separates me from anyone else, if you know what I mean. So I thought it'd probably be better to try and be on a unique platform. So I guess there's a number of reasons. I think Twitch is a great platform, and if someone really wanted to get into full-time streaming, I'd probably recommend going to Twitch, but because I don't do it super often, and I've been known for obviously doing YouTube more than Twitch, just made sense, I think. I've had such an inactive Twitch account for so many years, because I've never been super consistent with streaming, it just made sense to do it on YouTube. At this point, try and build up a bit of a thought, because I feel like if for whatever reason I did do this again and it started getting a little bit of momentum, then I could say to those people, look, come to Twitch, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, and then I can start doing it on there. But for now, I think it's best to stick to YouTube. Oh my god, I pressed the jump button, but he did not want to jump there. How do you rate MW2 and MW3 on the list of greatest CODs made? I did a video on that. Did I do a video? I did do a video, I feel like. Where did I put it in the end? I can't even remember. I think I put MW2 and MW3 right next to each other. Did I rate MW2 or MW3 higher? I can't remember. There is a video, an RTC video, when I was playing the most recent COD, where I listed it. My favourite one I think I put down was COD 4. I think it's followed by World at War. I think Black Ops 3 might have been in the top loader. Black Ops 1 even? And Black Ops 2? I think it went something like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1... I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it for you, because I can't even remember what I said. Because the reason I did it was there's an article that listed the best Call of Duties in order, and it was so wrong. I couldn't let it go. Like, it tilted me, their order. Like, I'm not that kind of petty, but it was just like, dude, you got this so wrong. Did I put it in the description, or did I not? I didn't. Oh, I'd have to watch a 40-minute video to find out. Blops 1 it feels great, man. It's a great game. Love this game. Always have loved this game. Well, I thought it got a little bit boring, and there were moments where I wasn't particularly happy with the engine and the connections. Oh boy, was I wrong. Oh boy, was I wrong. He's gonna blow up. I did not know what was coming. Ferrari. There's nothing better than getting a car explosion kill. It's just such a satisfying sound. And you get that hit marker. And the noise.
Friendly care package inbound. SR-71 ready to launch.
Almost lost that.
Our SR-71's in the air.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
In the air. UAV standing by.
Did you kill the guy behind us? That was a terrible time for you to reload, bud.
We are winning the fight. Do not stop. Enemy pipeline above.
Rapid fire. You're a teammate. I went tear. I was really not doing that great, and all of a sudden I just absolutely ruined people. How you doing, cool gamer? Nice to see you, buddy. Great to have you along. By the way, just throwing it out there one more time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You want to donate something? Feel free. Super chat. Feel free. I don't know if I've ever linked up my my donation settings on Streamlabs or whatever for YouTube. Oh, I haven't. I could connect my PayPal. I'll do it some other time, whatever. We'll put it into the Jurassic World Evolution Fund. Your channel was in my suggestions. How do you not have 100k subs? Thanks, Joseph Johnson. funny story there. I actually do have a channel with 100,000 subs on, but yeah, I'm not doing it on this channel. Oh, the Brazil game's gonna kick off soon. I'll stream for a little bit longer, I think. How do I feel about Siege? I like Rainbow Six Siege. I think it's a really nice, unique game, and although it's not quite the Rainbow Six game I remember back in the day, I think it's a good change of pace. I like it. Definitely the kind of game that I could get into, just because I think it's quite strategic, and that's what I really like about it. Just something different, I guess. I think maybe COD should go that way. I think that so many FPSs have kind of tried to copy COD. COD hasn't really tried to change the bar that much, like set their own standard and go in their own kind of direction, which is what for me is kind of making them fade into the background. And I think it's interesting because every FPS wants to be the COD, right? You think about how we had Titanfall coming out, and it was this amazing looking game, like futuristic, wall climbing, bouncing around, loads of futuristic jetpacking stuff. Looked awesome, didn't it? And that was kind of the benchmark. And I feel like COD kind of panicked when they saw that, and they ended up trying to copy it in Advanced Warfare, going a bit futuristic. And I think that that you can argue with them and say, you can sympathise with them and say, look, you know, COD had its time in the limelight. There wasn't really much new going around. I think Ghost was not really a great game for a number of reasons, and they needed to do something to change the formula up. And I think they were very worried at how good the reception was for Titanfall, and they kind of emulated what they were doing in some respect to, you know, compete with it. And I think what actually happened is the game was not as exciting as a lot of people had first figured. It wasn't super competitive. There wasn't really a major drive to play it and be amazing at it. He's upstairs, isn't he? Because I bought it and I never touched it after I had it. Like, I didn't even open it. And then I feel like they're doing the same thing again. Like, Battle Royale, obviously it's really popular, but why are they trying to copy? Like, people have been trying to copy them for years, and now they're in this vulnerable position, it feels like. And they're presenting that vulnerability by copying games a lot. And obviously, you need to be innovative as a series to last as long as you do, right? You can't just do the same thing over and over again and expect to dominate. What am I doing? Cannot hit that guy. And I think you obviously want to learn from what other people do and use that to your own extent. But everyone's kind of like... COD shouldn't really be worried about what other people are doing that much. And I feel like they've always felt this kind of pressure and like worry about other people and losing their time at the top. But no one has ever really been able to replicate a first-person shooter like they have. There's been a lot of clones out there, but none of them have really been good enough. Or given the same kind of chance, I guess. And it's like there's nothing they're doing wrong with their formula. It's not like it's a boring formula. It works, it does. It's just sometimes the game is just not created correctly. Like the little mechanical things in it don't work, and that's what frustrates people, I think. That's why people get frustrated, and that's why people lose interest in COD. Because, like, I could still go back and play this. I know that Remaster was a remaster, and I thought I would love that, and it ended up not quite being what I wanted. But I don't think there's any reason to massively change a formula that's working, and I think that's kind of their problem, is they've kept trying to change it every year. Instead of doing what they know they're good at. It's like, you could take FIFA. I suppose FIFA's in that unique position where every year it's got to be different because there are new players going to new clubs, and you've got to update those rosters, and it's an excuse to buy a new game, and everyone's been doing it for years. But like I said, I don't think they really had to change the formula that badly. It's just my opinion on it. Oh god. Gonna say, where are they? Are they coming from the left? The building? Are they in the top window?
Our spy plane's in the air.
Will he get nervous? Oh, hello. We got hit markers there. Hit markers were had. Where is he? Not happening. Get some serious wall hacks. Calls, comments there. I think sometimes I come off across. Oh, everyone's in a building. That's lovely. I sometimes maybe come across as really negative with COD, which is not the case. Like, I don't think anyone who likes a series as much would bother putting the feedback in. It's not like I'm sitting here trying to think of ways to badmouth a series that I actually really love. Like, I wouldn't, for the same with FIFA, like, I wouldn't buy these games and I wouldn't invest so much time in them if I didn't genuinely love and care about them. And sometimes you do have to be a bit harsh to kind of like get what you want out of it the most. This is the worst chopper gunner. I wish you could end a chopper gunner early. That was a really poor chopper gunner. I suppose this is not really a great map for it anyway, but... Alright, dude. Go check the bedroom. Probably in there, having fun with each other. That was my fault, I apologise about that. Appear to have gotten you killed. It's the same with FIFA. I mean, after a while you're going to be a little bit cynical and like a bit more aggressive and a bit more salty about some of the negative things you say, because you want it fixed, but like when you get ignored, and you feel like you're being ignored and they're not actually fixing the things you've asked to have fixed, then it can get really frustrating, and then that's when you be a little bit more cynical about it. But I want this I want this series to be what it used to be, and because I like this game just appeals to me. Like Call of Duty as a series has appealed to me for so many years, because it's just like this lone wolf, lazy Call of Duty like first person experience, so you can just go around do whatever the hell you want on it. That's just for me anyway. The Commando is unlocked. Play a couple more, and then I think it's time to bounce. Let's bring out the Commando. At least we got a new gun to play with. I could bring out the FAL. Get a little bit trigger finger on the go. ARs are just king on this game, aren't they? Let's buy the FAL. Extended mags? We'll do that. We don't need scavenger, I don't feel. I think Ghost is just... It's just what you got to go with, really. Go on a map like this, let's pick Marathon. Been watching you for ages, man. Good to see you still uploading and playing. Hope you're doing well. How you doing, Tobbs? Love from Australia. Where in Australia are you, man? Loved Australia. I've been there twice now. Lovely, lovely place. If it wasn't so far away, I'd go there so much more regularly. Do you think Italy, Chile, and USA got unlucky by missing out on the World Cup, or was it time for the free countries to change stuff to be able to be more successful? I don't know. I just there are a lot of teams in there that I do feel like they do not deserve to be at this World Cup. There's so many teams who are just not good enough, and they might have been one of the best in their region because they've managed to scrape through in some circumstance, or they just play really well in the qualifiers. They might not have actually had great competition to come up against. But I know for a fact there are so many better teams. I didn't even pick the FAL. So it's a little bit frustrating, because you're like, I used to think of the World Cup, the best 32 teams in the world, or however many it is going to be whenever it does, when it gets on. But now I sit there and think, well, it's some of the best teams and a lot of teams that have kind of been fortunate enough to be there. And I guess you need those underdogs. And maybe that's why we put so much more pressure on our football team. But, yeah. That was quick, wasn't it?
SR-71 online.
Shooting RPGs in the building.
Ready for deployment.
You get him? Good stuff. Good show, old boy. I should really use this Huey while they're all outside, shouldn't I? Let's do it.
Huey on the way. Our spy planes in the air.
Hold steady, Bertha! How am I not getting connections on any of these? Don't be a tramp. Don't be a tramp. Who does that to a guy? It's absolutely bad luck and bad karma to shoot down a dude's chopper gunner. He just died, the poor chap. See, he's calling him garbage. Poor chap. Stop farting if there's gas. Ha ha. Oh, it's a bush. Thought that was a person. It looked like a person. It was just like kind of cotching there. That's a person. And up there. I've got no ammo. Got 6 bullets. To my name. Need to. Oh, and he's dropped a gas thing. So I've got absolutely no. I've got to run for my life, basically. I've got absolutely. We're out of here. Geronimo. Oh god. Oh yes, boys. Right on bloody cue. What is this abomination of a attachment, by the way? Absolutely dreadful, isn't it? Oh, we got a pistol. What's that? Oh, an AUG. Multiple attachments. There is nothing sweeter than picking up a multi-attachment weapon without having to use a perk to get it. I'm afraid about these chaps who are making the long flank around. And there's a lot of people up here with probably grenades. Oh my god, look at all them in last stand. Woo! Oh, I died. How very dare you! Oh, hello. I did see someone a minute ago. Where'd he go? Don't know where he's gone. Is this a smart idea? Probably not. Doing it anyway. Oh, what are you doing there? That is horrible of you. Feel a bit cheated after that. This gun is filthy. Hello. Killing that guy? I want to hit the 30. I think they've got a UAV, don't they? Although I've got Ghost, don't I? Don't I? Don't I? I would certainly hope so.
Friendly care package on the way.
Oh my god. This is slowed down dramatically now. Did he get away? Oh, he's in. Can't hit him. Still can't hit him. What?
Enemy care package inbound.
Surely he's gonna die. Thank you. 1 kill. Oh.
Mission accomplished. Nice
Took
work.
away my 30 bomb. Question is, will Battle Royale still be popular by the time COD is released, seeing we have at least a dozen? I don't know. Like, that's the problem. They gambled on this game. I imagine in, what is 5 months, it should still be popular. But will it be that it's got a place in the market for it? That's the question. I think they've kind of got this situation like, if you don't like Battle Royale, you've got the multiplayer. You don't like multiplayer, you've got zombies. You don't like zombies, you've got all these other... Like, they've got so many options that it's going to be a game that people buy anyway. And I think as long as people enjoy one of those components, you know, they've done their job. It's a smart move. Like, you don't like this, you might like that. So, I think the Battle Royale thing is just a fad. I don't see it lasting long enough. I still don't think it... I'm surprised it's gotten as popular as it has, quite frankly. I think Fortnite's killing it because it's a free game. It's a free game that a lot of people putting a lot of time and attention, and the fact that, you know, there's a very skillful element to it as well. Oh, Ben, were you in the lobby? I didn't realise that, mate. Thanks for stopping by and for playing and watching. I'll be streaming at some point. I'm not too sure when, though. I think it'll just be like H1Z1 PUBG where the game slowly faded. Tob's from Perth. I haven't been to Perth, though. It sounds good. How you doing, Northern Southerner? Long time no speak. Do you mind speaking about why you're uploading on this channel, not the other channel? Yeah, I've done that before, Tobs. Just there's so many inactive subscribers on my old channel. A long time ago, I thought, you know, 100,000 subs. If I'm getting like less than 1,000 views on a video, it just looks a bit poo, and it was a bit like, okay, I want to start fresh and kind of like get a more accurate idea of how many people are watching one of my videos. Ooh. Fair enough. So that's kind of the short answer of it all. Kind of like a fresh start. Oh my god, I could not get anything on that guy. Oh god, that's going to explode.
Our spy plane's in the air.
Oh, fuck off.
The guy in the lobby is raging, isn't he? Oh. I just got no aim at the moment. Can't hit people. I haven't played COD for a long time, but some of them... Oh, he's been putting a second chance on whatever it is called. This gun is loud. It's hurting my poor ears. Classic backstab. Does this game bring back memories? Yeah, it does, man. Of course it does. Like, it's some good times playing this game. It's in a... This is... These games are always going to have a good place, you know? He's still sat in that corner. I think we need to change guns. This gun is not working on this map. Commander time. Back when COD was really, really simple. Should put sleight of hand on. Is that a multi-kill? No. Oh! He's got Ghost on, that's why I didn't know he was there. You're taking all the kills from this game. Well, I mean, I do like my kills. It's all... I won't lie, some of the times the reason I don't play with other people is because they'll steal all my kills, and I like my kills. It can be a lot easier killing people when there are less people competing for the kills. Ooh, hello. Behave yourself. No grenades left. Should we go and see who's hiding around this corner? What's behind door number 1? Thanks. Save me some of the ammo. That was... Do you know what? Like, one of the best things that COD has done is recognizing how annoying, like, a perk is. They recognized how annoying Second Chance was and then decided, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to fix it. Well, we're not going to change it because it's a perk that people really enjoy, okay? Fair enough. I get that. But what they did instead was just... They just decided, you know what? Let's just make it so if you put someone down in Second Chance, that's your kill. You don't actually have to finish the kill yourself. Someone else does it. They ain't getting the kill steal for it. He's next to my body. I don't know if he's going to shoot me or not. He didn't. Or did he? I don't know. Couldn't tell. I've had some dreadful chopper gunners. People keep shooting them down. Absolutely not fair.
R-71 ready for launch. RSR-71's in the air.
As to your other question, will I be streaming soon? I'm not sure when I'll be... My problem with streaming is I never know when I'm actually going to be free to stream. So it's hard for me to tell people when I'll next be streaming unless I'm positive I'm going to be able to stream. And I don't know if I'm going to stream during the week. I might be able to stream next weekend on Saturday or Sunday. I'll have to let you know. Bring back Cooking with Trout. What a great video that was. What a great video that was. What a goal. Who scored? I'm assuming it was Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. Big Coutinho. I put like a £1 bet on Brazil to win 2-0. Only bet what you can afford to lose. I think I might call it there, boys. Nice to see some fresh faces again. I know, obviously, games like Rainbow Six aren't everyone's cup of tea, which is why I decided to throw up some Call of Duty Black Ops 1. But if you do have any other games you really want me to stream, please do let me know. I'm very open. There's no games I won't stream if you just let me know. Like, you want to tweet me at the Trout91. I assume most of you should be following me. Feel free. You got any comments? Drop them on the video. It's always helpful. I'll read them out. Make sure you are subscribed if for whatever reason you're not. And yeah, like, I'm enjoying doing these streams, so I have no reason not to continue. Maybe I'll come back with another Call of Duty classic. Bit of a nostalgic throwback. So if you want to see a game, please feel free to let me know. Thanks for dropping by, Tanner. Thanks for the support over the years, and for everyone else who's obviously been here for as long as possible. I did say in the last stream that I might do like a Trout Talks kind of video where I just talk about random stuff. Some guy asked me about how he made fun of me because I go to bed at like 10 PM, right? And I do. And I just spoke to him about why I do that and how to help yourself get to sleep at night if you're struggling, if you suffer from insomnia, or you just haven't got a good routine going, how to help yourself get a good routine going and all that kind of business. And like, there's loads of other topics I'm happy to talk about. You know, I've always appreciated and enjoyed doing my kind of real life commentaries and talking about, you know, advice I can give, because if I heard those kind of videos back when I was growing up, I think they would have helped me out a lot, and I feel like they are very relatable. And, you know, going through things like growing up, it's not always as easy as people might, as it might seem for people. Everyone suffers from the same anxieties and problems in life, and I think it's good to be able to hear from someone that, you know, like the problems you face or the challenges and concerns you have are universal. They're not just tailored to you specifically. But either way, that's something I'm toying with. Maybe if I get like half an hour in a week, I'll sit down and do one of those, and it would be a live stream thing so I can interact with the chat and talk about it. Save the time and energy, and then, you know, it'd be kind of like a mini podcast kind of thing, but it would just be me talking rather than getting guests on. I'd only get guests on if they actually asked to be on it, but whatever. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the football. I'm going to go and hang out with Susie Don't know what we'll be doing. Maybe watching TV, as we usually do. Until next time, have a fantastic one, and I'll see you very soon.